All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well while learning the truth 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, the prophets, the servants, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the Akwaf, which are you sisters that are sincere and your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be going into another video about exposing Esau Edom, man. You know, the so-called white man, right? Which is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. Everybody in the world is knowing who this man Esau Edom truly is, man. That he's the harbinger of death, man. That this man is, you know, the man that's ruling over all of these nations with authority. So, you know, it tells you that in the book of 2 Thessalonians, that man of sin being revealed, roughly paraphrasing it, but everybody is knowing who this man is now, man. His true colors are being exposed, right? So I'm going to get into this video, and we're going to listen to what it is this woman is saying. You know, it's going to be a short clip, you know. Lord's willing, it can be edifying. But before that, I'm going to say fair use on the 1976 Copyright Act. I'm not getting paid for this video. This is only for educational purposes only. So with that being said, fair use.
Broke the earth. White people. Not all of you individually.
All right. So we basically just heard what she said. She said white people broke the earth. And I'm going to go to a precept real quick. Bear with me, because we know that ultimately the Lord gave this man power to ultimately do what he's doing in the earth, man. Right? The Lord gave him that power on the left-hand side. You know, this man is a whooping stick for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side. And he was given that power to ultimately take peace from the earth. And that's what he's doing slowly but surely. This is Revelation 6:4, KJV. And it said, and there went out another horse that was red, and power, right, was given to him. Meaning Esau Edom, the Lord gave this devil this power that set thereon to take peace from the earth, which is what he's doing slowly but surely. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That sword represents his blessing, man, that it tells you about in the book of Genesis, that he shall rule by his sword, roughly paraphrasing it. And that's what this devil's been doing, man. He's been ruling these nations, ruling over the Israelites and ruling over these other heathen nations with a sword, man. Right, with violence, with threats and things of that nature, you know, being oppressive, you know. But hey, you know, this was his job, man, ultimately, you know, but all of that is getting ready to come to an end soon, you know, for E, you know. So we're going to get back to the video.
White people. Not all of you individually, but the systems you built, the empires you enforced.
Right. And we know that, as the Lord have said, and I'm going to go get that, you know, because she's making a lot of good points, you know. But hey, if you know the scriptures, you know all of these things are biblical, man. Why this man is doing the things in which he's doing, right? This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. And it said, the earth, right, is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know who that is. The same man that's being exposed, man. You know, and I'm going to go to that precept that I mentioned earlier in 2 Thessalonians, you know, because this man Esau Edom is being exposed, man. That's how he know that he only has a short time. That's why sooner or later this devil's about to come down with that great wrath, as it tells you about in Revelation 12:12, because he know that everybody's exposing him for who he really is, man. You know, so he ain't gonna have no choice but to come down with those harsh judgments and those harsh draconian laws and, you know, things in which it is that he's going to resort to doing, being carnal. You know, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm going to start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a following away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? And we know who that man of sin is, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God. And that's what this man ultimately wants to do. You know, that's why he's going to come down with that great wrath. That's why he's going to try to put a chip inside of everybody, man. Because he know ultimately that he, you know, has a short time, man, to do this stuff that he's doing, this wickedness that he's working, that he doesn't have a long time to continue to do these things, man. And he's being exposed for it. So that's why he's going to come down like a madman, sparing none, man, soon to come. You know, but we ultimately know, as I've said before, Isaiah 59:19, the Lord is going to lift up a standard for his elect in those days against this devil. But he's definitely, you know, being exposed, man. You know, let me get back into the